Welcome back to episode 10 of the Bedtime Positivity series featuring Vain the American Scot and his preferred and favourite Scottish accent. As you can see, I've got a different setup tonight. I didn't like the desk, I didn't like lying flat on my back, but I figured out how to get the microphone over here on my bed, so this is going to be the setup for a while now, so I hope you like it. Tonight's story is a doozy. It's going to be a great tale. And it's a bit of a selfish tale as well, because it's the tale of my Clan Duncan, and her history with Scotland. Now, Clan Duncan is one of the oldest and most famous clans in Scotland. King Duncan I, the very same Duncan that was referred to by Shakespeare in his play Macbeth. He's one of the more famous ones. Our clan at one point was cannibalised into the Robertsons, and we got our name back. A very historied clan. We have our clan crest is a ship at sea with the motto Dish Patti, which means learn to endure. And I've asked ChatGPT to, and last but not least, I got my scarf here. I don't even have a kilt yet, I'm thinking about it. But my scarf with my ancient colours from Clan Duncan here with me. I've asked ChatGPT to make a nice romantic long story about my clan and the history of my clan in Scotland. So I want you to get very comfortable, because it might take a few minutes to read for you here. And I'll get back to you right after the story. But without further ado, I bring you the tale of the Duncans. Long before Scotland was stitched together into one proud nation, when kings rose and fell like the tide, there lived a man called Donnacha Reimhar, stout Duncan, broad of shoulder, quick of wit, and brave beyond reason. He was the kind of man who stood at the very front when steel clashed and banners snapped in the wind. The Duncans trace their name to the Old Gaelic Donnacha, meaning brown-haired warrior, or chieftain. But even before there was a clan to call Duncan, there was kinship. Our ancestors sailed the cold waters between Ireland and Scotland as part of Dalriata, ruling not from gilded halls, but from sea-sprayed prows and the wind-swept hill forts. The Duncans made their home in the lowlands, in the fertile lands of Angus and Forfarshire. Their stronghold, Lundy Castle, rose proudly from the green, a guardian of fields and glens. Our ship-shaped crest came to symbolise us, steady, enduring, even when battered by storms. We were never just farmers. Though we knew the land, we were warriors when cold, and Bannockburn was one such call. In the summer of 1314, when Robert the Bruce stood against the might of England, Donnacha and his men took their place beside him. They fought not for riches, but for Scotland's freedom, and their war cry rolled across the battlefield like thunder. But Scotland's history is a winding road, and so too is ours. For a time, the Duncans found themselves woven into the greater tapestry of Clan Donnacha, known in later years as the Robertsons. Our blood was their blood, our swords their swords, and together we stood against enemies both foreign and domestic. Yet the Duncan name never vanished. It lived in whispers, in songs, in the quiet pride of fathers telling their sons, "Aye lad, we are Duncans still." The name Duncan was not only for warriors. One bore the crown, King Duncan I, remembered by poets and playwrights alike, though Shakespeare painted him more gently than the stormy truth. Centuries later, a Duncan sailed the seas as Admiral Adam Duncan, breaking the Dutch fleet at the Battle of Camperdown and earning a place among Britain's naval heroes. By the 15th century, the Duncans no longer had a chief to rally under. We became what is called an armigerous clan, a family without a recognised head. Some feared the name it feed into the mists of history, but in truth, we Duncans were like our crest, a ship that may list in the heavy seas, but never sinks. And so, in the 21st century, the Clan Duncan Society rose, a gathering of kinsfolk from every corner of the globe, bound by the same motto that had carried us through the centuries. Dish Patti, learn to endure. The society works still to trace the line to find a rightful chief and to keep the name alive for generations yet unborn. Today, the name Duncan is strong in Aberdeen, Dundee, Angus, and far beyond Scotland's shores. Some wear the tartan at the Highland Games. Others keep it folded in a drawer, waiting for the day it's passed to a child with the same stubborn fire in their heart. For to be a Duncan is not just a bare name. It is to stand steady in the storm, and to fight fiercely when roused, and to endure always. One of the things that I discovered when I was doing research on my clan years ago is that we are a clan without a chieftain, an armigerous clan, if you will. And so I got onto one of those websites, Ancestry website, and I traced my lines all the way through my Duncans through William Duncan. And it's a clean line all the way to Duncan the First. So I know it's the longest shot in the whole wide world, but I think I'm going to try. I think I'm going to try to send in my DNA and just find out if I actually am the long lost chieftain of Clan Duncan. That would be wild. And maybe I'll bring you along on that journey there. But for now, because we're running a wee bit long here, I hope you enjoyed that story about Clan Duncan. I've got a few more facts about it, but I think we've gone long enough tonight. So I hope that this story brought you a wee bit of peace and a wee bit of calm before you go to bed. And as you lay your head down on your pillow, I hope you have ancestral ties you can tie yourself to and things you can be proud of. And here in America, sometimes we lose sight of the fact that people who came to our country from all over make this country great, and our diversity makes us great. And I hope that's something that sticks with you as you head yourself off to bed tonight. So I hope you have a wonderful kip, and I'll see you on the morrow.